Good evening. Good afternoon. So in the last class, we were solving problem number 11. We have finished it probably. Go through problem number 12. N fundamental charges, each of charge Q, are to be distributed as 2-point charges separated by a fixed distance. Then, maximum to minimum force bears a ratio. N is even and greater than 2 on quarter. It is said that there are N fundamental charges, each having charge small q. There are n fundamental charges, each having charge small q. So the net charge on this system will be n into q. Right? It's like saying there are 5 electrons, each carrying a charge E. There are 5 electrons, each carrying a charge E. What will be the total charge on the system of 5 electrons? It will be 5E. There are 10 electrons, each carrying a charge E. What is the charge of the system of 10 electrons? It will be 10E. Similarly, it is said that there are n fundamental charges, each of charge small q. So the charge on the entire system of n charges will be n into q. It is said that this system of charges must be distributed into 2 parts placed at a fixed distance. Right? We are going to divide this NQ into 2 parts, and they are going to be placed at a fixed separation of say R. Now you need to find out how this charge or how this charge NQ to be distributed into 2 parts such that the force between them should be once maximum and the other time it should be minimum. You calculate what is the maximum force, you calculate what is the minimum force, and take the ratio between them. You need to calculate the ratio of maximum force to the minimum force between the two charges. See, while discussing the synopsis part, I have told you how a charge Q is to be divided into 2 parts such that force between those 2 parts becomes maximum. How do you divide a charge into 2 parts so that the force between them will become maximum? Had divided by how it should be divided so that force between board is blur. How this charge Q is to be divided into 2 parts so that the force between them becomes maximum. Had divided by how this charge Q is to be divided into 2 parts such that force between them becomes maximum. So the charge Q must be equally divided into 2 parts, say Q by 2 and Q by 2. If the charge Q is divided into 2 equal parts, then the force between them will become maximum. This is for maximum, and for the same charge Q to be divided into 2 parts such that force between them should become minimum. How this charge Q is to be divided into 2 parts such that force between them becomes minimum. For the force between the charges to be minimum, this charge Q is to be divided as Q minus 1 coulomb and 1 coulomb. Right? So for the force between two charges to be maximum, divide them equally. The charge Q must be equally divided into 2 parts. So Q by 2 and Q by 2. For the force between two charges to be minimum, a given charge must be divided as Q minus 1 and 1. Right? Now the question is, we have a charge of NQ. We have a charge of NQ. How this charge NQ to be divided into 2 parts such that force between those 2 parts become maximum. Right? For maximum, the given charge should be equally divided into 2 parts. So we will divide this charge NQ as NQ by 2 and NQ by 2. This is for maximum force. For force to be maximum, we will divide the given charge into 2 parts equally. Right? And also we have to calculate minimum force. For force between two parts to be minimum, the given charge must be divided as nq minus 1q and 1q. The total charge is nq. You have to divide it into two parts, nq minus 1q and 1q. Under this condition, force between the two parts will be minimum. Right? So if you divide the charges equally, the force between them will be maximum. And if they are divided as nq minus 1q and 1q, the force between them will be minimum. Calculate the ratio of maximum to minimum force. We'll calculate the ratio of maximum to minimum force. F max to F minimum. F maximum calculated as 1 by 4 by epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square. So Q1 Q2 divided by R square whole divided by F minimum is to be calculated. The minimum force will be for the charges nq minus 1q and 1q. So 1 by 4 by epsilon naught nq minus 1q into 1q. Q1 into Q2 divided by R square. 1 by 4 by epsilon, 1 by 4 by epsilon, R square and R square get cancelled out. Will be left out with n square q square divided by 4 in the numerator. N square q square divided by because of 4 whole divided by multiply this nq into 1q, nq square, nq into 1q is nq square minus 1q into 1q is 1q square, right? So this can be written as n square q square divided by n square q square divided by 4 into q square common degree will be left out with n minus 1. Q square will be the common factor, will be left out with n minus 1. Q square and Q square gets cancelled out. So you will be left out with F max to F minimum as F maximum to F minimum as n square divided by 4 into n minus 1. N square divided by 4 into n minus 1. This will be the ratio of maximum force to the minimum force. This will be the ratio of maximum force to minimum force. N square divided by 4 into n minus 1. So you must be knowing how a given charge is to be divided so as to get maximum force between them, and how a given charge is to be divided so as to get minimum force between them. For getting maximum force, divide given charge equally. If it is nq, divide it into nq by 2 and nq by 2. If it is, say, for example, if it is 10q, divide it as 5q and 5q. If it is 12q, divide it as 6q and 6q. If it is 20q, divide it as 10q and 10q. Right? On the other hand, for the force between two charges to be minimum, divide the given charge nq as nq minus 1q and 1q. Suppose if it is 12q. Suppose if it is 12q. How do you divide this? 12q na divide ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ so as to get minimum force between them. How you are going to divide 12q? How you are going to divide 12q into two parts so as to get the minimum force between them? How divide ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ generally problem ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? You will consider this as nq minus 1 and 1 consider ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. This will be wrong. The entire charge is nq. You generally nq minus 1 and 1 consider ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. This will not be true. Instead, the charge division must be like nq minus 1q and 1q. The net charge, you have added nq minus 1q plus 1q will be nq. Okay, 12q must be divided as 12q minus 1q and 1q. 12q minus 1q and 1q. 12q minus 1q will be 11q and 1q. This will be just meaningless. 12q minus 1q now. If you do like this, 12q minus 1 and 1. This is just meaningless. What is 12q minus 1? What is 12q minus 1? It is just meaningless. You cannot do this. 12q minus 1q and 1q is to be done. Right? So, this is how you need to first divide the charges. Charge had divided ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ maximum to minimum force ratio calculate ಮಾಡಿ. The maximum to minimum force ratio will be n square divided by 4 into n minus 1. So here the option will be 3. The option will be 3. Right? Is this clear? So, after this, next you have a problem on charges in presence of air and in presence of medium. You need to calculate force between 2-point charges in air and that in medium. Sir, last drama. 2-point charges placed at a distance r in air experience a certain force. It is said that 2-point charges, say Q1 and Q2, placed at a distance r, experience a certain force, say F air. We can know what is F air. F air will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 divided by r square. Right? 2-point charges placed at a distance r experience a certain force. Then the distance at which they will experience the same force in medium of dielectric constant K. Now, suppose if I insert a medium between the 2-point charges. If I insert a medium of dielectric constant K between the 2-point charges, can you tell me what happens to the force between them? What happens to the force between them? I have inserted a medium between the 2-point charges. What happens to the force between them? What happens to the force between them? The force between them will decrease, correct? But our decrease the condition is that then the distance at which they will experience same force in medium with dielectric constant K. So what we will do is, we will suppose that the two charges Q1 and Q2, when separated by distance r in air, experience a certain force, say F r or F air. Let us suppose when the same 2-point charges Q1 and Q2 are placed at a distance of r dash, when placed at a distance of r dash in presence of a medium of dielectric constant K, experience same force as in air. The 2-point charges Q1 and Q2 when separated by distance r in air experience a certain force, let us suppose 10 Newton. Then at what distance the two charges experience the same force in presence of medium of dielectric constant K and the other charges distance in presence of medium also the two charges is going to experience same force. Let us suppose the two charges Q1 and Q2 when placed at distance r dash experience same force as in air, right? So at distance r dash, at a distance r dash, force between 2 point charges in presence of medium is exactly equal to force between 2 point charges in air, right? So at this distance r dash, force between 2 point charges in presence of medium is exactly equal to force between 2 point charges in air, right? Now we can write what is F medium. F medium is 1 by 4 by epsilon naught K. Q1 Q2 divided by what is the distance between the 2 point charges in medium? R dash. So R dash goes. That is equals to F air is 1 by 4 by epsilon naught. Q1 Q2 divided by the distance between 2 point charges in air is R. 1 by 4 by epsilon, 1 by 4 by epsilon get cancelled. Q1 Q2 gets cancelled out. So you will be left out with K R dash whole square is equals to R square. K R dash whole square is equals to R square. We need the distance between 2 point charges in presence of medium. I mean R dash is to right? I can write R dash whole square as R square by K. R dash whole square is R square by K. So R dash is equals to R by root. So at a distance of R by root K, the 2 point charges in presence of medium will experience same force as that they experienced in air, right? So forces should be made equal. Force between 2 point charges in medium should be made equal to force between 2 point charges in air. Force between 2 point charges in medium is 1 by 4 epsilon K Q1 Q2 divided by R dash whole square. That is equals to 1 by 4 epsilon Q1 Q2 by R square. 1 by 4 epsilon 1 by 4 epsilon get cancels. Q1 Q2 get cancelled out. K R dash whole square is equals to R square. So R dash will be R by root K. You are clear on the board? Board is blurred. Okay. So the option here is 3. I have told you, whenever force between 2 point charges in air and force between 2 point charges in medium to be equal, then the distance between 2 point charges in air is to be reduced by a factor k, right? Root k. So this is regarding the distance for which force between 2 point charges in medium become equal to that in air, right? Next problem, Nori. Two charges, 2 coulomb and 6 coulomb, are separated by a finite distance. There are two charges, 2 coulomb and 6 coulomb. They are separated by some finite distance, say r. If a charge of -4 coulomb is added to each of them, so they are going to add a charge of -4 coulomb to each of these two charges. If a charge of -4 coulomb is added to each of them, the initial force of 12 into 10 power 3 Newton will change to. So, it's too blur. There is a network problem. Okay. I'll send you the recorded video as well. We'll just finish off this problem. See, it is said that there are two charges, 2 coulomb and 6 coulomb, separated by certain distance r in air of vacuum. Now they are going to add minus 4 coulomb charge to each of them. After adding the two charges, the initial force of 12 into 10 power 3 Newton will change to. Andre, before adding minus 4 coulomb to each of them, the initial force was, or the initial force on the force between 2 coulomb and 6 coulomb is 12 into 10 to the power 3 Newton, right? The force between 2 and 6 coulomb when separated by certain distance r in their vacuum is 12 into 10 power 3 Newton. Now they are adding minus 4 coulomb charge to each of them. I have told you electric charge is additive in nature. Electric charge is additive in nature. This means the charges can be added just like real numbers. You can add the charges just like real numbers. Now, tell me what will be the charge on this particle when they add minus 4 coulomb charge to it. Its initial charge was 2 coulomb and they are now adding minus 4 coulomb to it. So what happens to the net charge now, or what will be the new charge on the particle now? After adding minus 4 coulomb to it, what will be the new charge on it? What will be the new charge on it? The man actually 2 coulomb there. They are adding minus 4 coulomb to it again. Electric charges are additive in nature. So what will be the charge on this particle now? 2 minus 4, it should be minus 2 coulomb. And this is 6 coulomb and we are adding minus 4 coulomb to it. So what should be the net charge on this particle? The net charge on this particle should be plus 2 coulomb. Net charge on this particle should be plus 2 coulomb, right? See, from initial condition to the final condition, the magnitude of the charges has changed. Here the magnitude of charges were 2 and 6. Here the magnitude of the charges 2 and 2. Because the magnitude of the charges have changed, the force between them will also change. Initial force between the two charges 2 and 6 madhya avare 12 into 10 power 3 Newton. What will be the new force between the two charges is to be calculated by. So the new force between the two charges will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 into q2 divided by r square. q1 into q2 divided by r square, right? But the thing is, we do not know what is r. So what we'll do is we'll just divide the initial and the new forces to eliminate this r. So F new to F initial, F new to F initial can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is the new charges? 2 and 2 coulomb. So this will be 4 divided by r square, 4 divided by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Initial charges were 2 and 6. So 2 6 are 12 divided by r square. 1 by 4 pi epsilon, r square and r square get cancelled out. 4 1s are 4 3s are. So F new to F initial. F new to F initial will be equal to 1 by 3. So F new will be equal to F initial divided by 2. F new will be equal to F initial divided by 2. So F new will be equal to F initial is already given to us. F initial is 12 into 10 power 3 Newton. So this will be 12 into 10 power 3 Newton divided by 3. This must be 4 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton. Attractive or repulsive, that must be decided. Attractive or repulsive. See, this is negative charge and this is positive charge. The force between unlike charges will always be attractive. So this will be attractive. Initially the force between the two charges was repulsive. 12 into 10 power 3 Newton was repulsive because both were like charges. Now the charges are unlike, right? The force between the two charges now is 4 into 10 power 3 Newton attractive, right? So this is how This kind of problems are to be evaluated. The main thing here is to remember the additive nature of charge. Charges are additive in nature. That must be remembered. If they say they are adding -4 coulomb to 2 coulomb, the net charge becomes 2 minus 4 coulomb. 2 minus 4 is minus 2 coulomb. 6 coulomb is minus 4 coulomb add together. 6 minus 4 plus 2 coulomb. Right? Since the magnitude of the charge have changed, because the magnitude of the charge have changed, the force between them will also change, because force between 2 point charges is directly proportional to product of magnitude of 2 charges. Force depends upon the magnitude, product of magnitude of the 2 charges. If the charges change, the force between them will also change, right? So this is the new force between the 2 point charges. So this is all regarding the problems on Coulomb's inverse square law. In our next class, we will discuss some of the problems on charged pendulums. Charged pendulum, I will tell you the synopsis, and then we will discuss some of the problems on charged pendulums. Right? We will end this session. Is it clear? Do you have any doubts in these problems? Again, we have solved some 7 problems. Do you have any doubts in this? Which problem again have doubt? Do you have any doubts in this? A charge division will solve correct ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳ್ರಿ. NQ must be divided as NQ minus 1Q and 1Q. Force maximum ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ NQ by 2 and NQ by 2. Right? Division correct ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳ್ರಿ. Additive nature of charge should be clear. Okay then. We'll end this session, and in the next sessions we'll discuss the problems on charged pendulums.